Okay, we're going to begin number 16. As always, if you haven't looked over this problem, you should probably do so before watching this video. Now, one of the best things to do when trying to find answers to these types of questions is to go through your lecture notes or go through the textbook. The textbook does a great example of giving the definitions and explaining to you the concepts. So, here we go. Which of the following notions or words associated with an installment loan is false? Okay. So question or letter, where's letter? Okay. The term of a loan is the length of time one has to repay the loan. Yeah, that's the definition of term. The interest rate is given as a percentage, but used as a proportion in most calculations. Yes. We've talked about this in great detail that when you use the formulas in class that you should write your percentage as a decimal. Decimal is the same as proportion in that case. The longer the loan is in years, the less you will pay in total for the loan. Now this is the one that's actually false, and it is definitely false. But I'm going to come back to this because I want to show you on the calculator. D, the monthly payment can be computed if one knows the interest rate in the term. Yeah. A monthly payment means monthly, so you know your compounding period. You know the interest rate, you know the term, and we assume you have the principal, which, hey, leads into E. The principal is the amount borrowed. Yeah. So process of elimination would be C. But let's take a look. What's happening here is it says that the longer the loan is, meaning instead of like a 5-year loan, you have a 10-year loan, the less you pay in total. Okay, well, let's find out. So let's say we bought a car. Let's say we bought a car for $10,000. And usually car loans could be 5 or 6 years long. So let's do 6 years. So I'm sorry, 5 years. 5 years. And an interest rate of 4%. So $184. All right, but I'm concerned about the interest because, and I'm pretty sure I said this over and over and over again when we talked about this, that your monthly payments will go towards principal and the interest. Now, when you add up all the principal you've paid, it will add up to $10,000. The interest is an additional amount. So, like after you're done paying your loan, you've paid $10,000 plus all of that interest. So in this case, here's your interest paid. For a 5-year loan, we will pay $1,000 in interest. Okay. Let's see what happens when I change it to 72 months, which is 6 years. Okay, so I'm making my loan longer. Okay, and that's $1,264. Now remember, you're paying back the $10,000 loan. We've done that. And you've also paid an additional $1,200 in interest. The previous loan, we only paid $1,000. Let me just double check that. $1,049. So the longer you pay, the more you're going to have in interest. So let's say we did 7 years. So that's $1,481. So again, the longer you pay, the more you're going to pay in interest. Because no matter what, you will pay off your $10,000 loan. Just you're going to keep paying more in interest too. All right, so that hopefully clears up number 16, and that the longer C is false. Okay, the longer in years, the less you pay. Well, no, God no. The more you pay, definitely. All right, so that's it. Thanks.